In May 2025, we hiked the Cape Wrath Trail, where you pick your own route from Fort William to the Cape Wrath Lighthouse, approximately 230 miles through glens, mountain passes, alongside lochs, waterfalls. Nearing the end, you arrive at the spectacular Sandwood Bay, and finally the lighthouse. Camping is essential as the remoteness means no settlements for days at a time, but gratitude is due to the Mountain Bothy Association for maintaining these wonderful shelters when you eventually need to dry out. Although we were incredibly lucky to have had 16 days of cloudless skies during our 21-day hike. Follow our adventure on this epic trip.
That's pretty. Fantastic view over the bay. And today's a bit of a rest day, so we're going to have a brunch somewhere. Another very scorchio day. Not a cloud in the sky. Only thing in the sky is the sun.
This is our spot that we've checked into quite early in the morning. I'm going to have a rest day here, stay overnight, and we're just walking into town now to get some breakfast, aren't we?
We are planning to eat well today.
We're having a massive cooked breakfast.
Food. Non-dehydrated food. Very exciting. You excited, Liz? Bacon, eggs, black pudding, sausages. Good fry up.
So we are still enjoying the sun, aren't we?
There's been a bit of cloud today, but
That's been quite nice. So we had a rest day today, which involved doing washing, shopping, posting a resupply parcel, getting other bits and bobs.
eating food other than rehydrated food.
Yeah, normal food. And we're just working out what we're going to do for dinner tonight, which will definitely involve fish and chips.
This is Ullapool.
We are treating ourselves to another restaurant dinner while we can, and we've got a lovely view of the harbour, and we're ready for the final stretch. We're just packing down after a lovely night and a lovely day yesterday here at Ullapool, and watching the McBrain ferry pass by again.
Wow, the waves. The waves from the ferry that have just come back. Still no clouds in the sky. We're trying to get ready. It's going to be a heavy one today, I think.
So we're just setting off after a rest day yesterday and beautiful cloudless skies again, and it has been a spectacular place to stay. So that's the campsite, and we're just coming up to the little corner that we camped in.
Great fish and chip restaurant and Tesco's.
Yeah, there's us down in that corner. Can't see for the bin. There we go. And in that corner. And yeah, we're off fairly promptly really, just after 10.
Well, there's a quarry down there. We've been following this quarry road about 2.5 kilometres up. I believe we're going to drop down over the river and then we're going to follow that up the valley. Liz is going through the
Kissing gate.
kissing gate, is it? I might not, I might yeah, because you look like you're having problems there. She's made it through. Ready to go on, Liz?
Not quite, just got to do up my bum bag.
Where are we off to today, Liz?
We are heading for a bothy, can't remember the name. Knockdamph, bothy.
Dry.
What?
Dry. You said not damp.
Knockdamph.
Knockdamph. We're just crossing the river that goes down into Ullapool. It looks like there's a really nice pool over there, a really nice pool that could be swam in. It's very green. Very green.
We've been going for about an hour and a half, stopped for a Snickers break, and now we're coming along the shores of Loch Ashel. It's really beautiful, isn't it? Beach over there. And again, because we've resupplied, our packs are feeling very heavy.
Right, pretty boathouse. You can get your door. All patterned up.
We walked past some gates earlier, and now we've come round to this point. We can see what they were gates for. A huge house.
We're going to be leaving track here and going uphill. We've been trudging along a track pretty much all morning. Now it's going to go uphill. Wow, towards these incredible hills on the left. Well, I've never been to the Rocky Mountains, but look at these up here. Imagine them looking a little bit like these on our left. What do you think, Liz?
Very craggy.
Craggy. I think these rocks would be fun to climb, a bit of a challenge.
There's a lodge and cottage over there, there's a bridge. We are just about to do a climb, so we need a little rock that I can break for a second. There's a rickety picnic bench over here. I might test it out.
Oh, it's quite bouncy.
has been a nice little valley to come through, and it's been a gravel 4x4 track, but yeah, we're now going uphill, and I think it's going to get a little bit more grassy, I hope. Probably still going to be a gravel 4x4. And then soon we're going to get to Knockdamph, at the end of which is I think it's Knockdamph, bothy, which is where we're heading this evening. But yeah, that little glen has been lovely with the sheep and the river and the gorse. Let's head on up.
We have an hour and a half before we get to Knockdamph, bothy, which we'll probably camp outside of. It's been a nice walk to here, but has been trudging on track rather than scrambling on mountainside, but that's fine. And although it's windy, someone's been behind us again all the way. We've got to go over there to the other side of the lake.
Yeah, quite a different landscape, and Knockdamph has now just come into view. I've just arrived at Knockdamph, bothy. I think we might stay inside because there's a lot of sheep around, so I don't really fancy sheep bumping into our tent in the night. Well, we have decided to stay the night in the bothy and got our stuff set up. We had dinner and a couple of hikers that we met a few days ago, and stayed at Mulberry with caught up with us half a mile or so before this bothy, but they're going on to the Schoolhouse bothy, but they stopped for a coffee. Ben's burning himself while he's trying to light the candle.
First light, there's no wax.
And yeah, there's been improvements made since I've seen this on other videos. There's some nice benches in this room that's just to the right when you come in the front door. The damp issue has been sorted out, and the mattresses have been removed from the upstairs room. The fireplace is being renovated in this room. This is a bigger platform, but we've decided to go into the other room because it's got a wooden floor, this has got a stone floor. We were going to camp outside, but there's a lot of sheep, so we're not going to do that. And yep, upstairs, I'm sure you've seen it on lots of other videos. There's a couple of beds up there with hardboard, which is all you need, because if you've got your camping gear with you anyway, you'll have your sleep mats, etc. So yeah, we are now going to a game of cards, and we've got a lovely view out of the window.
Well, we have had an amazing overnight stay at this bothy here, so that was very, very nice.
Well, that was a lovely stay at Knockdamph bothy, and they've done some improvements to it, so it's very comfortable. There's Knockdamph behind us, and we're heading for Oykel Bridge, and it's another cloudless day. Something major going on here. We saw this caterpillar truck passing us yesterday with these two big tanks on the back. There's lots of containers. I don't know what they're doing. What do you reckon?
It looks like they are gonna make it a nice place for the sheep.
Luxury sheep pen in progress. There's Bothy in the distance and Loch Andine. And a very easy crossing of the river. I've seen other people having to take their boots and socks off and everything. So yeah, we've had a very easy time of it because this freakish weather, which is going to change towards the end of the week.
Very pretty. Just flowers on the bank here.
It's from the river. See, quite low. There's the measuring thing, it's not even in the water. Why do you think they've mown this bit?
So you can sit and have lunch and not be attacked by ticks.
Oh yeah, maybe. There's a bit of shade as well, which is lovely. I think I can see the Schoolhouse bothy in the distance, but it's bright blue. I wasn't expecting that. I think we are going to stop there for 11s and maybe put the kettle on.
Another deep bit of water as we're crossing the bridge up to Schoolhouse bothy.
We're still here.
Okay, so it isn't bought second hand. We're bought being new.
Bluebells are still around, and it's still very hot. And we're almost at Oykel Bridge, which is where I planned for us to be tonight, but it's lunchtime, so we're doing well, and I think we'll push on after lunch for another 4 miles or so, and same tomorrow night go past Benmore Lodge, which is where we were planning to go. Depends how the day goes. And we've booked into Knockdamph Lodge, and it's a bit expensive, so we might as well get there early and make the most of it. That's the plan. And it's just coming up, having stopped to take some photographs.
Deep water below. Another 30 minutes before lunch. Looking forward to lunch.
Well, there it is. Oykel Bridge, the bridge over the river Oykel, and just 5 more minutes and we will be at the Oykel Bridge Hotel, which will hopefully still be serving lunch, but it's about 1:45, so you never know. Maybe not. It would be nice. And we're possibly meeting a couple of guys that we've met on and off over the last few days, and did a bit of hiking with this morning. So that's been fun, meeting different people and spending time with them, getting to know them, swapping tips, etc. We have just enjoyed a lovely pub lunch at the Oykel Bridge Hotel with Dave and Alex, who we've been hiking with, and we're going on further than we originally planned. And I think this is the original Oykel Bridge, and amazing rocks in the river. There is the new Oykel Bridge. The river's so deep. So we're just gonna hike for, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles and see if we can find a camp spot. That puts us 3 or 4 miles ahead. How are you feeling after your lovely lunch?
Slow. But happy.
Yeah, because we can take it slow.
Useful to know sign.
We're about to be adventurous, and we've come off the path and we're going down this steep slope and over that little bridge over there and see if we can find a camping spot for the night. Well, I think we've got a pretty good setup for the night. What do you think, Ben?
Good close water supply. Sun's going to last quite a few hours before it sets, and no busy, crowdy, noisy neighbours.
Wouldn't be ideal if it was pouring with rain, but it's not due to rain till Saturday, and it's only Wednesday, and it hasn't rained for 3 weeks. So I think we're good.
Right by the stream, look at that. The pegs couldn't get any closer to the water. If I roll out of bed in the middle of the night, I'll probably end up floating down the river. It's really nice to feel not too
A shop for the family.
knackered.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But we have done 10.5 miles, so we've done well.
Good.
And this is our spot. Oh, a couple of clouds there.
What's
Sun.
the tiny white fluffy one?
Yeah, one or 2 little fluffy things up there.
Yeah, getting all packed up to go. Wearing my midgie net because this is the worst midgies we've had. I think the second worst was at Bothy, which was our third night, fourth morning. Excuse me. And yeah, got the tent empty. It's the last thing that goes in my rucksack. So Ben's managing without a midgie net.
I've got smidge on.
I have too, but they were still attacking me. So, yeah, just all part of the adventure. Well, it's 9:20 and we're finally off. Thought we were going to get off much earlier, but we've cleared up our camping spot, left no trace, and crossing this little bridge again. Hello, cows. Hello, calves. You're very cute. You are very cute. Oh, look, there's little tiny ones. Little tiny ones. Hello, Mama Cow. That's where we've come so far. There seems to be a little picnic bench down there. I think this is a big fishing area, so maybe that's a fisherman's shelter or something. Onward. Another little fishing spot. The sun had popped its head through the clouds, but it's gone in again. This is the first time in 2 weeks we've had clouds.
We've got a few minutes of sun. The clouds have opened up there, and so we're sitting down on this bench eating Mars bars and something else, bothy, and looking at the river. It's very pretty. Looking at the map and the book. We're going to go up into the hills.
Well, first of all, we're going to Benmore Lodge.
Benmore Lodge, which we think is not too far away.
We'll get there for lunch.
Get that for lunch, sounds good.
Just filling up with some more water. So we're continuing on up the trail where there might not be such a ready supply. It's very different walking in a cloudy sky situation after 2 whole weeks of cloudless skies. It is a bit chilly, which is a refreshing change. It has been difficult to find this path, but we're definitely on the right one. Well, it doesn't look like a path, because here's the ruin that we're supposed to look out for. And then if we keep going up this very undefined path, we'll get to another 4x4 track. Made it to the 4x4 track. Amazing views. And then just coming up. And a car coming up behind me.
Well, been fighting our way up slopes through the foresty bits or woody bit.
No path.
No path, through lots of stumps, and then suddenly hit this track with a big timber lorries going past.
Flurry of vehicles that can't get past each other, reversing, kicking up dust.
There we have it. Looking fun here. Big thumbs up. I like how he does that.
Whoa, look. Just dropped. If we'd been walking past at the same time, luckily the guy did actually stop while we went past.
A lot of wood here.
We are getting sight of some mountains again, which is lovely. Over there, you can see some peaks popping up, and then some huge mountains here. And this is Oykel, and we're coming up to Benmore Lodge. That is our target for lunchtime. It was originally our target for the end of the day, but we have been speeding along because we haven't had big ascents to do.
we are heading to one of those buildings over there, aren't we? But this is gorgeous. Very pretty. Boats and horses.
Hello, horses. We've left our lunch spot by the loch. Beautiful smelling roses there. We're going past Benmore house, which looks beautiful, surrounded by these incredible mountains. I think this is going to be a very beautiful walk up to the Bula, the waterfalls. Beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous. Water supply. Some bones here. Bit of a deer carcass, so that's why you don't just drink water from anywhere. This is delayering because it's getting warm.
I think these types of paths, if you can hear me, the wind, are my favourite. Where you're amongst the hills, it's not just a pure gravel 4x4 track. Obviously this is drive-onable by 4x4, but yeah, the wind's probably too strong and my wind muffler has come off. But yeah, amongst the hills, by a river, little grassy bits, yeah, it's lovely. We've been hiking through a boggy bit, but we're so fortunate that we've had this weather, and after a cloudy start it's brightened up again, hasn't it?
Again. And again, not too busy.
No, haven't seen anyone today. So we've gone through this, past the river, and then this boggy bit, which hasn't been too boggy at all, and now we're on the ascent, and it's really lovely. We're just really enjoying it, aren't we? I'm just loving this path this afternoon. It's just so beautiful. The path is really nice. It's a little bit stony, but it's really comfortable on the feet. It's much better on your body than a long gravel track where you're just trudging in the same position, then your muscles start to seize up. You're constantly moving around, and it just makes it really nice. And the scenery is just something else.
That's so nice. How far to go?
Couple of miles. 3 kilometres. So that's less.
Just over 2 miles. Just missed a Hercules coming over the top through the mountain. Could hear it there, but I saw a glimpse of it. Onwards and upwards. 6 o'clock now. We've got about a mile to go.
Right there.
This water has just come up there up the rock, and it's very fresh, and I was tempted to swap it out for the river water that we had. These like orchid plants, I love it in the sun. Rock garden here with little ferns, baby ferns. These are like lobelia, these blue ones. And there's some sort of pretty purple thing. Very nice. All up here this bank. Well, it's very windy, but we are done for the night. So we're going to put up the tent. Just wait for me to grab the tent.
Well, I think we've got our tent spot for the night sorted out, and just getting all our warm clothes on, because whenever you stop hiking you start to cool down quickly. And we're going to get some dinner on, and we're in the most spectacular location by this river, surrounded by these incredible mountains. What do you reckon?
Beautiful spot. Couldn't be better. Liz, what's the most exciting thing at the end of the day when you're camping?
The setting that we've put the tent up in. I mean, look, how exciting is that?
And then it's getting warm in the tent and cooking yummy food.